Have you ever been to a birthday party where your family bought out the entire arcade and you got to stay after hours when the mall closed? No? Well, sit back because do I got a story to tell you. Hey guys, Van 20 back again with another story from my childhood. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't really going to tell this story, but I was at work the other day talking to some of my buddies. We're talking about the old days back in the arcade, and we brought up Aladdin's Castle. Now, Aladdin's Castle was the arcade in my local mall. And I just had this crazy memory that I just remember. It was like I was like 10 years old. This is like almost 25 years ago. You guys know I'm 34 years old. This is back when I was like 10, maybe 11 years old. So this is a long time ago. I remember my cousin's birthday party. My cousin Bobby, I was at his house, okay, and we were having a camp out. If you guys don't know, some kids, I don't know if they do it nowadays, but back then you could have a little camp out outside in your yard. Just set up a tent, have some s'mores, maybe cook some hot dogs on the fire, whatever the case may be. Do it right at your house. You don't got to go rent out. You don't have to go to a campsite or anything like that. You can just do it right in your backyard. And that's what we did. And that's what I thought we were doing for his birthday that day. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong, because there was a surprise that was a surprise to me. I don't know if it was a surprise to him, but definitely was a surprise to me. My aunt said, hey, get in the car. My aunt Sandy's like, get in the car. We got to go somewhere. So I'm like, okay. So it's kind of late. We get in the car and we go to the mall, okay, the Ashtabula Mall, my local mall. And they're closed. The mall's closing down. We got there right as they were closing. And I'm like, what are we doing here? She's like, oh, I just want to let you guys know we went ahead and we kind of rented out the whole arcade for Bobby's birthday party. And I'm like, what? The mall's closed? Like, no. I guess back then they had like a party room in this arcade where you can pay a certain price and pretty much go in the mall after hours and you pretty much rent out the whole arcade. Really cool experience. I've never experienced anything like that before in my life. I'm 34 years old and I still have never been to a birthday party where we had the whole arcade to ourselves. Really cool experience. The reason why I'm sharing with you today is because I thought about this and I started Googling Aladdin's Castle and I started typing in like Ohio and like trying to see if I can remember it, okay? And boy, oh boy, it was my mind blown because I found a couple pictures that I know for a fact this is the same exact arcade. Same exact arcade. Like if you line up the pictures, because this arcade still stands today. It's not called Aladdin's Castle anymore. Heck, you can't even really call it an arcade, but the mall still exists. The mall's kind of like they're trying to bring it back, but it's still kind of empty, and this arcade is still there. I don't think any of the machines are the same as they were back then because, like I said, this is like 25 plus years ago, but a lot of the machines in there nowadays are on free play. You can just go in and play these machines. You don't have to put no money in. Now they do have some claw machines that are that you have to pay for those, and I think there's like a stacker machine in there that you have to pay for as well. But yeah, anything that you can win prizes out of, you got to pay for. Everything else is unlocked for free. So I was matching up the photo to like the actual arcade, and this is it. This is it. The photo that you're looking at right now is the same exact arcade back in its like glory day. This is like Aladdin's Castle back in its like heyday. And I'm like, was so excited when I seen this picture. I'm like, wow, it just a trip back to memory lane. Now, what makes this so special, this whole birthday party, is we walk in there. And of course, I'm a kid, and I'm like, well, because back then those machines were not on free play. You have to pay for those. Back then, you would put like $1 or $5 bill in a machine, and instead of getting quarters out, you would get these really cool gold coins. They were like, Aladdin's Castle tokens. And so we walk in there, and the birthday boy got this big old sack of like, my cousin Bobby, he got this big old sack of like gold coins, more than we all got. But we all had like our pouch of tokens. We all had like a big pouch of tokens, which was really cool. But my cousin Bobby, obviously being the birthday boy, he got some special perks and he got a lot of tokens, like a lot. So many that I don't even think he used them all. He had so many. It was really, really cool. So what's funny about this is this memory that I'll never forget. I remember my cousin Bobby, he's like, since he's got so many tokens and we're playing all night, he's getting a ton of tickets. You guys all know, usually in arcades, you can win tickets and then you can cash these tickets in for prizes. And I just remember this guy had so many. I never seen anyone with so many tickets in my life. Like he had, I mean, he couldn't even hold them. It got to the point where people were holding it for him. He had so many tickets. The funny thing is, a lot of the prizes, like my tickets, I just gave to him because I don't need them. He's the birthday boy. Let him have the tickets, because the big prizes cost like a lot. So like you need a ton, like thousands of tickets. The little tiny prizes that are in the little case there, like they're like some candy and some little plastic figurines that nobody wants anyways, right? So I'm sitting here giving my cousin all my tickets, and everyone else pretty much is following suit, giving my cousin his tickets, and he's got so many tickets. It's hilarious, all right? It's just really, it's really funny. This is where it gets good, guys. Nowadays, if you go to an arcade and you got tickets like that, a lot of arcades nowadays have these machines that will count the tickets for you. Just kind of like slide it in, and it'll just suck them in and just start counting your tickets for you. And it's you know, and then it'll spit out a receipt of how many tickets you actually have. And then it's really easy for the person running the little gift shop there. They can just, you know, they know how many you got. They don't got to count the tickets. Well, back in the 1980s or I think it was 1991. Okay, this is the date. Back in 1991, when we were at this arcade, there was no counter. Like they had to count these tickets themselves. So I'll never forget the poor person working that night had to line up. They had like a glass case, okay, a glass case, and they lined up a whole row of tickets, and then they kind of peel it off, and that's a row of 10. So they would just line up all the case with rows of 10, and he had thousands of tickets. They were counting for days, okay? I'm talking like they were, I honestly think they got sick of counting. I don't know for a fact, but I'm almost positive he had so many tickets. They were just like, dude, what do you want? They were like, come on, what do you want? Like, we'll just give you whatever you want. Okay. So he left there a winner. He left that night a winner. He was a winner that day. Not only was it his birthday, everyone's giving him his tickets. We were having such a good time. I've never, to this day, I don't remember ever experiencing anything quite like that birthday party. It was something special about that arcade. There was something special about that birthday that I'll just never forget. Just looking around, seeing nothing but friends and family in the arcade was a really, really cool experience. And the fact that I was able to look up these photos on Google and find the actual photos of this blew my mind. And I just wanted to share it with you guys. I know some of you guys like hearing some of my childhood memory videos, especially when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. So I figured, why the heck not? I'll go ahead and share it with you today. Guys, leave a comment below and let me know. Have you ever been to an Aladdin's castle? Because they didn't exist just around in my area. They were all over the place. Aladdin's Castle were well-known arcades that were inside malls back in like the 1990s. So some of my older viewers out there, have you ever been to an Aladdin's Castle? And I don't think they exist anymore, but if there still is an Aladdin's Castle, let me know if you know of one, but I don't think they exist anymore. And let me know, have you ever been to a birthday party like this where they pretty much rented out the entire arcade? I've been to birthday parties where we had like the skating rink like to ourselves, but never like an arcade like this. This was a memory for the books. And just when I thought of it the other day, I was like, I gotta talk about it. I just want to know what you guys think about it. If you had any similar experiences, leave a comment below. That's pretty much all for right now, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and as always, guys, there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again. Before we go, let's visit the old location of Aladdin's Castle. Okay, guys, so we're here at the Asheville Mall, and everything's free play. Free play. Everything's free play. Free play. Everything's free play except the claw machines. These are not free play, but we're really interesting. Let me show you around here. If it's still here, it doesn't even matter. No, dude, you got to pay for that. Some of the stuff you have to pay for. Some of the stuff you have to pay for. Right here, see, look, Street Fighter for free. Street Fighter for free, right here.
Free play, yeah.
Free play.
Remember, isn't it like X, Y, X, Y, B, C?
I don't know. Let's see how good you are.
Up, down,
let's see how good you are. Let's see how good you are.
Oh, that's jump.
Are the controls all broken?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all janky.
yeah,
Janky. It's all
probably.
like the screen's even like.
It's free. It's free, Joe. What do you want for free?
I want this one to work.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. I definitely do appreciate it. If you like the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're a big Nintendo fan, don't forget to subscribe because I upload Nintendo-related videos all the time. And if you're interested in some VB20 merch, go ahead and visit my new website at bandiron20.com.